Yeah. Motherfucker, lie to me and say that there's not a vibe going. Like, lie to me and say that I have not created an excellent vibe here. And like, I'm getting sick and tired of my hair getting cut off by this. Okay, but like, look. And then here's the vibe. We got the plants, we got the incense going. What's this? What's this? It's juniper. It's juniper. Because one thing about me, and actually, I don't feel like getting into it. It's just like, if you know, you know. And like, let's be respectful. That's it. Let's be respectful. That's it. Period. So I don't have anything written down today. It's just gonna be a free flow. And so like, what want to flow out? What want to flow out? The type of incense this is rose. I've been like obsessed with rose lately. I don't know what it is, but like something about rose, she's getting me right every single time. And something I've been like talking about it so much, and I just cannot wait until the day that I step into the right place that has it. But rose milk tea, that's the girl I need. That's the girl I need. Rose milk tea, because just rose tea, like rose tea in general. I like went to the store and they had this rose black tea, and all I saw was like rose black tea, yay. I didn't really look at the brand to see that it was like the Kroger generic brand, and that shit tastes like fucking Lipton tea only. No rose at all. Like, oh, okay, so we're playing a game today. Oh, we're playing a game today. How fucking dare you you tell me it's rose and it barely even fucking tastes like rose, and it tastes like Lipton tea? On top of that, it doesn't even taste like the good one? That's rude. Like, that's rude. That's actually rude. So, you know, I thought I was making a good, sound decision. Really what it is that I need to go to like an East Asian market, and they probably have something like that in like the powder packets. But even if I just went to like a tea shop and they had a rose milk tea, that's enough for me. Like, I don't have to have it for like weeks on end and it lasts forever. Like, hey, my Cappy Moon will be happy with just having the need satiated for that one go. But really what it is that if I could have her my whole life, my mornings, my evenings, my night, because I love like tea is a whole nother girl. And like, yes, yeah, oh, the practitioner, the witchy person likes tea. Oh, yeah, call me a fucking stereotype, I don't care. Because tea is that girl, and she's been that girl even before I've been like this. And what put me on to tea for real, embarrassingly enough, is Black Butler. Which, if you don't know what Black Butler is, it's an anime, and what a weird fucking anime. I'll give you a little summary of it. It's about this kid who is orphaned. Like, both of his parents are murdered, and he's rich as fuck. He's a part of like the Phantom Hive estate, and his name is CL Phantom Hive. Which now I'm like, oh, the ghosts are all up in there. That's what they're saying. It's all the ghosts are all up in here. All the phantoms. But anyway, CL Phantom Hive, and he's like this British kid, and I think he's 13 in the show, and he has this butler named Sebastian, and he's like thousands and thousands of years old, and the butler gets hired, like he has a demon contract to protect CL, and they're like blood bonded, and that's their whole thing, and they go on like these weird, like these big dangerous adventures to like, because he starts solving like murders and mysteries, because his whole thing is like he wants to avenge his parents. So he's like, I gotta go, like this motherfucker's doing weird shit, I bet he was associated with my parents' death. Or at least this is how I'm remembering it, because I watched it when I was like 12, and it was my favorite anime. I had so much fucking Black Butler merch. Like I had and this is gonna really date like my teenagedom. I had those rubber bracelets from like similar to the ones that you would get from like Hot Topic, but like those thick rubber bracelets where people would have like 20 like just lined up, and that was the coolest motherfucker in the whole building. The coolest one in the building. That was me. I was the coolest in the building. I had like 20 necklaces on. Actually, like I had that shit on. I went to a charter school, so that means that we wore uniforms. And one of the rules was like one piece of jewelry per appendage. So like, yeah, like one ring, one bracelet, one necklace, 2 earring, like stuff like that. I had that shit stacked up for a while and I didn't get in trouble, but then there was a point where they started enforcing it more, unfortunately. But I wore, okay, let's go back to Black Butler really quick. You go on the things and then they like fight. Oh yeah, and then they fight like other demons or like other supernatural entities, and like that's the show, like that's the anime, that's what they do. There's so much sexual shit in there, of course, because like right. And then like there's just so much shit. I barely even remember it. But what I do remember is that my favorite character in that anime was Grell Sutcliffe. And the reason why is because she was trans. I was like, one of us. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the representation. Even though they were like weird as fuck about it in that anime, I was like, right, get me in there. And this is how they be talking to y'all. Because I didn't identify as trans at the time. But I was like, and this is how they be talking to y'all. But if you're a woman, you're a woman. But I didn't fully understand that she was supposed to be a woman until later. Like until I was older and didn't watch it anymore. So I just thought she was like a really feminine gay man. And I was like, yeah, me too. And me too. Every feminine gay, raise your hands. Like, that's how I felt. So she was my favorite. Even though they like painted her so weird. Like they made her like so creepy and like la 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 la. But I was like, I stand with you, Grell. I stand with you. And like her outfit was cunt. Hearing those fucking heels click clack clap, even every single time she came in, and that big ass chainsaw that she had, I was like, you're badass, Grell. Yeah, I'm about to put you on. I got this. Whoever your bestie is, putting her on too. I stood with Grell. She was my favorite. But the reason that Black Butler put me on to tea is because I think in the first episode ever, Sebastian's like, would you care for some tea? That's not what he sounds like. His voice is so like sultry. If you've listened to like the English dub, well, I think even the subbed one, his voice is so like la la la, master phantom hive. Yeah, really good. Anyway, but he was like, would you like some tea? And CL was like, yes, Earl Grey, as always. Now that sounds way more like CL because his is like way more nasally. I don't think I can do that like super posh, like sultry accent, but and then watch, like the next time I come on here, that's the only way I'm gonna be talking. But he was like, Earl Grey, and I was like, Earl Grey? So what does that taste like? And I asked my mom to get it. Or maybe I used my Christmas money to buy it. I'm like not sure. Because I feel like very often as a kid, I was like buying my own shit. And it was just because I had Christmas money. But typically what would happen is I would just like go really hard and be like, it's Christmas, yes. And like get all the shit at once. And then I wouldn't have any money. But sometimes I would be able to like really, I think as I got older, I was able to. But anyway, we got some Earl Grey and I drank it and I was like, this isn't sweet enough. Because for some reason I thought that tea was like naturally sweet. And I think it's just because like, or I think I knew it wasn't, because obviously I drank like green tea and stuff. But that's all I drank. Like I thought that there was only green tea. And I was like, that's tea. And if anyone says, do you want tea? They're talking about green tea or black tea. Not true. So I found out about Earl Grey and I was like, ooh, who's that? Drank her was like, okay, need some more. Like I put sugar. But then I think I saw them. Oh, that's also around the time that I found out that British people put milk in their tea, because I didn't used to do that. And so I was like, milk, right. I tried it with milk. It just was not sweet enough for me because I had like an ultra sweet tooth at that time. So what I did, we had some Coffee Mate French vanilla creamer. I put that shit in there. That became my favorite drink for years, multiple years. And now I'll do it with milk, but that's still one of my favorite drinks. Earl Grey with some milk, like an Earl Grey milk tea. Something about the milk teas, they just have me like right in their clutches, because it's the creaminess and it like cuts that acidity. I don't mind acidity of tea, and it's just like, let's put some milk in there. Let's put some milk in there. I am lactose intolerant. Well, that's actually not true, because weirdly enough, like organic whole milk, I never ever have a problem with her. Put her in my cereal, like I'm good. Put her in my tea, yup. Put her in my coffee, and my shit's not even fucked up. It's literally just like normal milk that's the cheaper one to buy. Cause organic whole milk, that shit's like $11. The $11 milk is the one that doesn't hurt me. And I'm like, right. Organic grass-fed, like the cows weren't tortured. That's the something I noticed genuinely is like my body tends to reject foods that like come from like tortured guys. Like if they're super tortured, or like they're making money off of the fact that like beings are being tortured, my body just gets fucked up. Like Domino's, boycotting that bitch because what? They be funding the BS. They be funding the BS. And there was one day where pizza from Domino's got bought, and it fucked my stomach up. It was like, oh right, yeah, because like you're hella funding this shit that I don't believe in. So now my shit's all fucked up. And that just happens. And I feel like more people should experience that. Well, only if it's like you have other options and you're just like, although, and so here's somewhere where there is nuance, because people can be quite unforgiving when it comes to like autistic people who talk about like not being able to boycott everything because those are literally like the foods that they can eat, or like that's like their safe thing. And people will be so like damning to those people. They'll be like, fuck you, fuck. And like I'm not even exempt from having done that. I feel like I've maybe been on, no, I've never really, like I'll find a new thing and I'm able to do that, luckily. But not everyone is. Not everyone's able to do that kind of thing. And I think we can forgive our friends for like doing that. Like I think we can forgive our community members for like literally having to do that to survive. I think that we can forgive that, because we're putting the energy in the fucking wrong place, and it just creates like a bunch of like long ass conversations about like who do we forgive and who do we, and like yes, we do need to be right. So what did I do? We do need to be like critical. Like that's necessary. We have to be critical of each other as well. And it's like, let's be happy that our friend is eating. Let's be happy that our friend is eating, and like let's just support them, because it's literally just like if there were community things in place already, they would have been able to find a safe thing within those community things and within things that like aren't funding shit that we don't like and that we don't agree with. But instead, all of these, like they literally run the whole fucking grocery store. And so it's like if this person found a safe thing, or like, and it's like genuinely the only way they can fucking eat, like you want your brethren to starve? I don't know. It's just like we're starving enough. I don't know. That's just where I'm at right now. And I don't think I could be so harsh, actually. And this is it's not completely like super recent, It's just like something that I forgot. Like I just kind of forgot. And now I'm remembering and I'm like, right, yeah, like let's be happy that our friends are eating. Um and also it's not like, I don't know, it's just like if all the rest of us continue to boycott, it'll still make the same type of impact. And so like let's not criticize the one person who isn't, that is on like the right side of things, when they're doing other shit that is beneficial to the cause. I don't know. That's just like, that's how I feel right now. And I think that's how I'll feel forever, because it's just like, I don't know. Like, let's support our disabled brethren. That's all I have to say, brethren. I've been like really into that word. Community member though, like, is good too. I'm not really. So the thing about me is that I am not a knitter. Knitter. If you've seen that clip from Arthur, where like it's like a flashback, and they're all pointing and they're like in pilgrim outfits and they're like knitter. Or maybe it's not a flashback, maybe it was like a school play. That's like, I'm not one of those. And so I think that I can like do the color switching and stuff, but really like it's kind of, no, it's working. And I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I'm not doing it right. And I will say it that way, because I'm pretty sure I'm not. But it's still working. Like, it's still functioning. I just think that there's probably a cleaner way to do it. And I just never paid attention to like the like 2-second videos that were like, this is how you color switch whenever knitting would come up. I think I kind of paid attention, but I'm so used to just changing it in crochet, and it's so simple to like switch the color in crochet. Knitting, it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't, it still doesn't make sense to me. I think because there's like a right side and a wrong side, but that's even true for crochet, so it just confuses me. The textile arts. But hopefully one day I can like get into like weaving or lace making. Like, I want to get into some of like, what were y'all doing back there? What were y'all doing in the past? I want to do that too. I mean, and this is like none of these are new that much. It's just like crochet. Ugh. But anyway, I love like textile stuff and doing stuff with my hands. Some other things I'm doing with my hands right now: painting. Been painting a little bit. Been doing some like linoleum cuts, which I talked about a little bit because I didn't realize, I don't know, just like lino cut and linoleum is different. I didn't know that. Or like I did, but I forgot. And so now I have like linoleum to carve. But it's actually really fun. I'm happy to show it if I can find it. Oh, there we go. And like I definitely put it down for a while because but I should start up again. This is what it is. It's like a flower guy holding, I think it's supposed to be a lotus flower. I think, like, it is. It's a lotus. And like some sparkly la 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 healing. Not sure that I'll keep this over here. I just did want to add like some background stuff. And there's one over here too, so that could be fun. I just feel like maybe the placement should be different. So I'll work with that. But I've been enjoying drawing and like making these little flower guys. Like flower guys, star guys. Oh yeah, this is a star, not a flower. Star person. Been enjoying that. And I have some really awesome ideas for what I can do with them. And I've already started it a little bit. Other things I like to do with my hands? Art-wise, I love tattooing. Like, all of the tattoos on my body besides 2 are done by me, which that's not how you're supposed to start, but that is how I started. I said, apprenticeship, so that you can make me do unpaid labor, because so often they just like make you fucking clean the whole shop and like do other shit and like not learn. And so I think I was just nervous about finding the wrong apprenticeship because I wasn't like tuned in enough to like myself and my surroundings to make a sound decision when it came to that, and like not finding that kind of person. I don't know. And like just do the digging, all that. So I was like, right, so let me just start. And I started on my right leg and I drew a heart, which I'm like, can I show you without like flashing my cooch? Yeah. There's the heart and it has a face. And that was my first ever. There are parts that are kind of like, they didn't take super well. There's other parts that are blown out because it's the first one. My second one, fucking immaculate. It's the same. I did it the next day, but there's only a couple spots that are blown out. And then, where did I go next? I did one here, which I will not, like, look everyone, look. There's sometimes, like, with certain clothing that I wear, you can see it, but I'm not gonna, like, no, it's not happening. And then, and like all of these like all my legs make sense, and I'm excited to do more tattoos on my legs because I can stretch the skin right and like get it all right. But like the places that I chose next to do the tattoos, it's like I couldn't stretch it right. I couldn't see it. Like here, how did I do a fucking sternum thing? Or this is my sternum. What's this? Whatever this is, how did I fucking do that? I don't know. And all of them are hand poke because I fucking love hand poke. As long as I tattoo, as long as I continue with tattooing, I will be doing hand poke because it's one of my favorite art forms. The thing, and so this is why I kind of stopped. Well, should I continue with the tattoo thing? I have another one here. It's a snake. And honestly, it came out really good. And this is the one that I did after the sternum one. It came out super good, except like the head part here. I kind of drew it wrong a little bit. And the thing that's also difficult, because I don't have a stencil printer, so like I would make the design and draw it on paper and then like retrace it on the stencil paper that you would like typically put in a printer. I retraced it so that I could get it onto the stencil, and then I laid the stencil, and like as I'm doing it, it's just getting rubbed away, so I don't even remember like where my last line was or anything. It's been like kind of a chaotic process, but this one came out super well. Like I don't think there's any spots that are blown out at all. Yeah, so I did really good with this one. Again, like I could only stretch it with the same hand that I was using to tattoo. It was hand poke. This took like, I think not that long for hand poke, but like 8 hours. I watched so much snowfall while I did it, which I'm like, that's some crazy medicine to be putting into myself. Some wild, not good medicine maybe to be putting into myself, but this was good medicine, so it's okay. It's just like I should have been watching something a little bit more like uplifting. Snowfall, I'm watching motherfuckers get yoinked off the earth, thrown off the building, doing drugs left and right, snort, selling it, like. And then I did this. But yeah, this one came out really good. And then after that, I think I did these hand ones, which again, it's just like, why am I choosing these spots? But it's because I was like, I need to just do it. This is one of my hand ones. It's supposed to be like falcon wings. And these ones I did like freehand pretty much. So they're kind of like a little bit funky. And this one I also did with my left hand. I'm right-handed, so she's messed up, and the goal is to have someone do it, but I gotta trust them. And I think I know who I'm gonna have do it, but it just depends on how things go. But this one is supposed to be like hawk. I didn't do amazing at replicating the wings, but I think with it being touched up, I'm gonna just have it extend to these other two fingers so that the wings can be as big as they're supposed to be. Um, yeah, and then I have one on my thigh that I did, which actually I will show you because it came out good too. Oh gosh, okay, don't be gross and don't be weird, but this is it too. It's not finished. Like, I still need to finish that one, but I'm excited to finish it. I just need to do, like, I think some lighting studies or something, because it's supposed to be a blade and I really want it to look super sharp, and I just need to look up some stuff before I continue with that and draw more. But yeah, but the reason I stopped with tattoo stuff, because I was ready to start putting my art on other people. Well, one of the things was something that someone said, but it's not necessarily their fault. But part of me does feel like maybe they did know it would get in my head a little bit enough. Oof. No, I'm not going to say that, but I think I understand what happened is what I'm saying. So I stopped because they said that thing, but then I started again. And then I just got really in my head about, because it's really hard pricing, I think, hand poke tattoos, unless you're quick with them. But hand poke just takes a while. It takes a while. Especially, I can't imagine like people who don't exfoliate regularly and well, because like my shit's exfoliated. I got the African net sponge. I got the bar soap. That's like people like how people make it homemade. That's my shit. I'm getting clean. I do the double wash, like put the body wash next, get it all like my skin is very smooth and exfoliated and moisturized. So it's easy. It's really easy to tattoo me. Like it's not you're not like I gotta dig through the 20 layers of dead skin. And like I would still be able to do that, of course. It's just like I don't know, I just got really in my head. But pretty much with that kind of skin, like you might have to do like a few passes. I've gotten to the point where I don't have to do multiple passes to like have something take. I had to do it with these first ones. And you know, like sometimes you do have to redo it just to avoid it blowing out. And I lost my train of thought. And that makes it take longer. So it's just a very long process, and I feel like a lot of the time people don't find it to be like worth it to pay that amount of money. Or it can be limiting for designs. But I already have a vision for like what I want the hand poke stuff to be, so I don't know why I'm like so in my head. And then also just tattoo materials, they cost a lot of money. It's hard to like self-start. And then you gotta get your license and la 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 la. It's a long process. It's so Saturnian. If you know anything about astrology, or if you don't, I don't feel like being a teacher today, I'm sorry. I would love to explain it because I'm such like an info dumper, but I'm just somewhere else right now. But it's Saturn. Okay, Saturn is long. Saturn is a lot of things, but one of the things that Saturn rules in astrology is like long-term endeavors, anything that takes a long time to make. And so ink and permanence is also a thing with Saturn. So ink is a really big Saturnian thing. And tattooing is a really Saturnian thing just because 1, it involves ink, 2, it's permanent, and 3, there's like such a Saturnian process to it of like apprenticing. Like you are a student and there's an authority figure who's teaching you how to do this. And then you're etching something permanent into people's skin. There's also like, and there's just like a process to it all. There's a process, and Saturn is also about processes. So tattooing is very Saturnian. And I think that's also a part of why I like it because, I mean, of course it's art. Oh, but I was gonna say because my Capricorn moon, Capricorn is one of the signs ruled by Saturn. So I'm just like, ooh, yay, yay, yay. And it like genuinely feeds me. And then, of course, Capricorn moon, the moon is healing. I want to do some healing shit. I want to do some, what? I lost my train of thought again. Healing shit. Like, bring the medicine back. Not that it's gone, but it's just like normalize the medicine part of tattoos. That's what I'm doing. That's why I want to stick with hand poke and like really get in there. And so it's not difficult to like create healing designs that don't take a long time to put into people. It's just for bigger tattoos, which I would love to do, like something like this. It took 8 hours, which I'm not sure that it would take that long with like a machine. And so innately, the way that those tattoos are going to be priced is going to be really different. And I just always wonder like if it's going to end up being worth it to people if they did want a bigger tattoo. But it's just like, if it's bigger, if it's a bigger thing, I price it, and then whoever can afford that is who's gonna get it. It's so simple. It's like, I don't, and that, and they'll tell me that I'm great. And they'll tell me that I don't know what's going on. Get that word out of here. They'll tell me I don't know what's going on, but anyway. Yeah, tattooing. I would love, and it's happening, and it's happened. It's just a very long process, and I want to make sure that I'm like fully ready. And I think that I'm ready to start, well, not fully. There's some things that I do have to get before I can start, or like spaces that I need to find before I can start. But either way, I'm excited for it when it can happen. And I have a couple of the things that I need. I have enough stencil paper for sure. I'm just like pretty much doing like Virgonian planning right now. Like, and I got this. All I need is this, and this. This is what I want to do. But like, yeah, I think it just really excites me. Like, I love art. I love tattoos. I love it. Love to do it. And this has kind of been like 2 years in the making of like starting the process. But for some reason, I just keep chickening out. And so I'm like, I just got to go for it. I just got to do it. Because the thing is, tattoos, everyone's always going to want a tattoo. It really kind of never matters. I mean, like, it's not like if the economy's fucked up, then like your tattoo business isn't going to be fucked up. But it's like, those are the guys who ride it out the best, which is also very Saturnian because you're like protected and you have a foundation that's sturdy. So I'm just like, get me in there. Get me in there. Get me in. Get me in there. Get me in. Get me in there. Get me in there. Right. I'm really excited to finish this. Like, the heart stitch, I've had a vision for so long. I got a vision. Like, I've had a vision for so long of making a bunch of heart stitch garments, because something I talked about before was that crochet is the only knit, or what? Knit? Crochet can't be mimicked by like machines. It's the only thing that like you have to do by hand. And knitting can be, but then I thought about this stitch and how it would be, I mean, like, you can still, I think you can still do this stitch with a like knitting machine, but I think it would be really just like difficult. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do this for everything. And I found this stitch a long time ago. I realized I didn't really make that clear the last time I was talking about it. I found this stitch like years ago, so I've been practicing it for years, and that's why I think it looks pretty solid now. I'm just not super good at knitting. And so, but she's knitting this because it's a long process, and Capricorn moon, long process, equal comforting, equal showing care, equal, yeah. I feel like my Capricorn moon like makes a cameo every episode, I guess. Like, I don't know, are these episodes? I just can't help but talk about her. She's running the whole show. It's like, maybe I talked about this already. Maybe I talked about it in person. I don't remember. I be forgetting sometimes, but most of the time I remember like what I've said online and what I've said in person. But anyway, what's the truth is that my Libra Venus runs everything in my chart, but my Capricorn moon squares my Libra Venus, and like that's it's not one of my strongest aspects actually at all. It's 4 degrees, so it's like not super strong, but it just means that they're kind of, what that means to me is that they're kind of like fighting for power. Fight the power. Or what? What is that from? Is it that Spike Lee movie? Fight the power. But no, that's a real song. But I think I'm remembering it from a movie. Anyway. So, right. For some reason, I'm thinking about the movie Mary and Max, which Mary and Max, because I realized that I made it sound like Miriam Max. Mary and Max. That movie, I haven't watched it in some years, so I don't really remember the plot. Or I don't remember like the details of it. But that was the first movie, I think, that was one of the first movies to touch my Capricorn moon. First movie ever to touch my Capricorn moon was Up, because you got old people, which Capricorn and the elderly, that's like, I don't know, Capricorn moons love old people, like retro stuff, old things. We just love the old. I think Capricorn in general just appreciates the old because it's like, you were sturdy, you were hardy, you were built for longevity. Like, and we just be loving it. Right. Oh, and so that movie made me cry because like you just watch them go through their whole, and it made everyone cry, but it was the first movie to make me cry. Because I was like I was a very depressed child, which for me meant that there was a period of like really intense numbness. So nothing really made me emote very much. I like laughed a lot as a kid, but I wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't like super expressive. I was kind of flat affect. But Up made me cry, and it changed my whole perception about art, and I started watching like video essays about the colors that were used and like why the opening scene makes you cry. Because if you're a little bit deeper into astrology, my Capricorn moon answers to my Gemini Saturn, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so you look to who rules that to like get more information about whatever planet it is. For me, Capricorn. Who rules Capricorn? Saturn, so I gotta look to my Saturn. In my 12th house, ruled by Gemini, in Placidius at least. So I'm like, all right, I'm almost like a Gemini moon because of that Gemini Saturn influence, where it's very quick, always like intellectualizing it or like making it logical, which is just an Earth moon thing, I think, in general, except for Taurus moons, because the moon's exalted in Taurus, so they feel it deep to their roots, to everything in everything, because Taurus is very in tune with their body and in tune with the physical. Tauruses are really good at like growing plants. Like Taurus and moons, their plants will be super happy if they're able to give any sort of care, like that's routine. Their plants will be like huge and thriving. Like anything that receives a Taurus moon's care is gonna thrive, because that's just how they be doing. Their care muscle is like 20 times bigger than anybody else's. But anyway, Taurus. Oh, Earth moon. Right. So intellectualizing or whatever, like, you know, just like over logicaling it when it comes to emotions. When it's like, just feel it, girl, just feel it. But I was just like, why? Like, I was just like, I want to understand too. Like, naturally it made me cry. And so I want to understand, because this has become like one of my favorite movies. Then fast forward some years later, I find this movie called Mary and Max, which I think I had heard people talking about it a bunch. I don't remember. It was something that I kept looking up, and I don't remember what it was that I was looking up. But I kept looking up something that that made people talk about Mary and Max and like recommend Mary and Max. And it took me forever to find that movie. I was like, where is it? And I don't remember where I think I found it on Netflix. Like I think it finally came out on Netflix, or something happened where like the movie was on Netflix. And this is after I watched, no, that was later on. Or no, maybe not. It was like around the time of like It's Such a Beautiful Day, if you've ever seen that movie. Which, for a second, that was my favorite movie when I was a teenager. I'm like, Right, but I think it's just because it made me feel something. Like, I think it was just so difficult for me to feel that, like, anything that made me feel something, I was like, yeah, I cherish this. Thank you for bringing. And even maybe till this day, and maybe even till this day. But I'm not that numb. It's just like, if you can touch my heart in such a way, like, understand you got someone for life, a fan for life, a homie for life, like whatever the context is. And for the movie, for that movie, Such a Beautiful Day, I was like, yep. But then I rewatched it like when I was 19, and it drove me to such a place. I didn't feel like a real person for like 2 days. I think that's just because I was in a really bad mental spot. But I don't know, Teenage Nixie was built different, because how did you listen to that and like watch that and watch it multiple times over and over and over again, and you're like, right, this is my favorite. I like this. She was metal. She was metal. Damn. She was metal. but I watched Mary and Max before that movie. And that was the movie that movie made me sob for like 20 minutes twice. 40 minutes total, or like an hour to, or what? 40 to 50 minutes total. I cried so much at that movie, and it was just because it was so beautiful to me, even though it was so sad. It's a heartbreaking movie. It's like heartbreaking, but heartwarming and heart-filling for sure. Your heart is just so full when you watch it, even though it's like, it's a little bit like uncomfortable all the way through, because it's like, this is such an odd circumstance for both of these people to be in. There's so many odd things being said that are kind of like brash is maybe the right word. And it's like, right. Like, it's a little bit, it has an edge to it, but the type that makes people genuinely uncomfortable. But it's kind of innocent and harmless as well. Even though there's like some jokes that are like, oh, it's like, but that's kind of innocent and harmless. And so, like, watching the whole movie and like, you're just like, oh, like, these are the vibes, right? And then it just gets more and more emotional, because it genuinely makes you connect to like both of the characters. You get into both of their heads, their lives, like what's ailing them, what they hope for. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, even though it's sad. And as a Capricorn moon, with everything answering ultimately to my Libra Venus, a domicile Venus in the house of her joy, meaning Venus is a big steppa, huge steppa in my chart. Enormous, the biggest steppa of all them all. Very Venusian, love the pleasure, love the love, love the beauty, etc., etc. I'm like, right, there's love here. And then 8th house moon too. There's a bond here that standeth the test of time, Capricorn, that standeth the test of time. And that can even be the answering to the Gemini Saturn thing too, because Gemini cares about connection and talking. Gemini's the twin. You had your one over this whole like long stretch of time. And then it's also like very Capricorn too, of, I'm gonna talk about the movie more, so if you would like to watch it yourself and you don't want any more said, get the fuck out right now. Okay, so you just watch, so over the course of the movie, you watch the character Mary grow up from being like an 8-year-old to having graduated college, got her master's. Like, she ages, she grows up, and so does Max. And you, like, their bond stands the test of time. And then this is a spoiler for the ending, so giving you your time, because I'm about to spoil it. So at the end of the movie, because the whole time they're trying to like meet up, especially like the whole time, she's like, she starts saving so early to meet him. And like, that's like a part of the weird circumstance, is like he's a grown man, but he has autism, and like, I don't know, not to be like autistic people are just children, like that's not at all what's happening, and that's not even what the film was doing. It's just like it just so happened to be like okay and safe, which is good. And then she grew into an adult, and then she was able to like still be safe. So it's just like, yeah, odd circumstance. It's innocent, but it's something that we're uncomfortable with, and that could have been actually really dangerous, but it wasn't. So it's like it just heals all your fears as well. I don't know, that's like, I'm just like really putting this movie on a pedestal. That's that like Neptune shit. Like it actually is so good. But like, hey, it kind of is. La, 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 la. The whole time they're trying to meet up with each other, like they're trying to, I mean, like, and it takes some years when she's a kid, because like she wasn't really trying to meet him, but she was like, I wish I could meet you in person because you're my only friend, because she was bullied and outcasted and ostracized, and so is he. But oh my gosh, like I'm taking so long to get to the ending. She finally is able to meet him, and she has a baby. Like that's how far into it she is. She has a baby. She has her baby on her back. She walks down the hallway to get to his apartment, because she's from Australia, he's from New York. So super far. She finally gets there, and she knocks. She's like, Max, like, girl, come out. I'm here. You want to meet my baby? I'm here. She knocks again, or like she goes to knock, or no, she knocks again, and then the door opens, and she's like, Max, and she like walks in, and she's like, oh, there you are, on the couch, as he typically is, watching his like show that they bonded over, and he's dead on the couch. Sorry to drop it like that, but that's the ending, is that he's dead on the couch. And she's like, oh my gosh, like, Max, oh my god, you're dead. And this is all claymation, and he's looking up and he's smiling, like he's dead, but he's looking up and he's smiling, and it's gonna make me cry even now. And she looks up to like see what he was looking at, and it's all of their letters. It's all their letters from all the years. He died happy. He died looking at this, and like it's just all of the culmination of their friendship, and that's like what carried him into passing. And it's like they were friends all the way until his death and into her adulthood. It was just so beautiful. And so imagine my surprise when the same creator comes out with a movie, a claymation movie, years later, 2 characters, yet again, Memoirs of the Snail. I've not watched it yet. Do not fucking talk about it. I am one of those people. Don't say shit. Don't tell me shit. Not one single thing besides I liked it, or that's it, and that's it. If you didn't like it, don't fucking say shit. Because I cannot know anything. I need all the surprises. I gotta get lost in it and immersed. And I can't immerse myself if I know too much about it. And I just can't wait to watch it. But the thing about me, I need a body double for fucking to breathe, apparently. So like, I love watching things by myself, and I am so much more likely to watch something if someone's gonna watch it with me. So that one's been like in my pocket, and I cannot wait to watch it. I can't wait to see what this creator came up with, because Mary and Max, to this day, that ending is so heart-wrenching but so beautiful. It hits you right where it needs to, and then you cry. And there were 2 moments in that movie that made me sob crying, but the ending was the second one that made me sob. I think for 30 minutes I like was just like for 30 minutes, for 30 minutes. That's a long time. Like nonstop. I didn't stop once. I was like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe, because I was just crying so much. Beautiful. So I can't wait to watch that movie. And I think that's where I'm gonna end this, because I think my phone's dying. But thank you for watching if you did. Hey, like, thank you for, like, she's a little bit. Thank you for watching if you did. Okay. If you liked it, you should like. You should subscribe if you wanna. If you want to comment, you should do that too. Hey, you should do that too. Oh, you should do that too. You should do that too. Thank you. If you watched all the way to here, you gotta be in love with me or something. Because, but they, and then so thank you. And so thank you. And thank you. And thank you. And thank you. And goodbye. See you next time.